This is Lillee Jean, a 21-year-old social media personality who became infamous for allegedly faking a 1 million account following on Instagram. She's also become known for allegedly racist posts, making excuses for grooming, doxing, and abusing copyright reporting systems. This is a photo of mine that shows a notebook I wrote in. It's currently being used to market an upcoming documentary of Lillee Jean's called Project Bullyish. As seen here, it's being falsely used as evidence of stalking, cyberbullying, and cyber. In this video, I'll be offering a bit of self-reflection as a small content creator who covered Lillee Jean, and I'll also let you know what was actually inside that notebook of mine. Everything I say in this video is alleged. While there's much evidence to back up what I will say, Lillee Jean is known to try to remove any content critical of her. Links to videos and other sources will be included in the description. I'm also going to include timestamps there so you can jump around topic to topic if you want. In about April to May of 2020, it was the start of a global catastrophe that meant a lot of people were staying home. During my stay-at-home period, I found myself on YouTube to keep myself entertained. That was when I first heard about Lillee Jean because a video Primink had made on her had gone viral. In that video, Lillee Jean was introduced as an influencer who was experiencing pushback after allegations of creating a fake following. But Primink also mentioned some allegedly racist fan accounts that Lillee Jean had created herself, and it was the racism part that got my attention. After a small amount of digging into her extensive back history of public posts, more and more racism came to light, so I decided to make a video about it. At first, I wanted to reach out to Lillee Jean to talk to her and maybe get her side of the story, but pretty immediately after I created my social media and YouTube channel, she had blocked me. So my next goal was to use the trending topic of her allegedly fake following to bring attention to the larger and more important issue of racism. I did thorough research for my videos because I didn't want to make any claims without having evidence to back them up. But in doing that research, I ended up with so much information that I was able to create multiple videos. If I could redo things, I would go back and make a few more comprehensive videos instead of smaller ones in a higher quantity. Why? Well, because every time I posted a video, it brought with it negative attention from Lore, Lillee Jean's mom, and Lillee Jean herself. I do not thrive on that kind of attention, and that's why some of my videos remain private today. I'm not at all ashamed of their content, but honestly, I'm just trying to limit the number of ways that Lore and Lillee Jean have to come after me, mostly with regard to emails about false copyright claims that they've made on every single video I've created. As I think back to when I first started making content on this channel, I also think I would have liked to have limited my time on Twitter. Back in the day, before their Twitter accounts were banned, Lillee Jean and Lore were offering play-by-play updates on their bad behavior. And honestly, I found myself keeping track of these things because I got extremely worried that people who were under attack by these women, who faced alleged doxing and harassment, would need possible help in terms of legal actions or something. But paying that much attention to that much terribleness was honestly mentally and emotionally draining. And what I learned was that it is extremely difficult to be nice all the time when you are constantly witnessing people being so harmful. I wish I had distanced myself from the topic sooner, but by mid-2021, I think, I ended up deleting a lot of tweets that had to do with Lillee Jean, and I decided to temporarily private all of my YouTube videos so I could cleanse myself of the toxicity that she had created in my life. I don't like being a negative person, but when there's negativity all around you, it's really hard not to feel jaded. It's hard not to rant about things that are so wrong and yet are allowed to continue happening. Now that I've taken a step back and focused on myself, I feel able to make this video with some new rules in place. So I will not be interacting with anyone regarding this topic on social media, but if you want to discuss anything with me, my email will be listed in the description below. from projectbullyish.com. Project Bullyish is a film by Lillee Jean that is currently in production. The documentary explores online gang stalking formed through cults, cyberstalking, and online harassment. Lillee Jean has made herself a bit of an unreliable narrator, so it's difficult to know what exactly this documentary will contain. Her use of words like cult and stalking is nothing new. I've watched her make such accusations many times over the past year or so, lumping together large amounts of content under such labels. While Lillee Jean has indeed been the victim of online bullying, I honestly think she's lost the ability to differentiate between that and fair use of content that does not paint her in a favorable light. The former is a despicable act. The latter is just part of choosing to be a public figure. Doing that means that people will comment on your behavior, and with certain exceptions, they are allowed to do so. All of this to say, I am frankly disturbed by the way my photo is being used to suggest that I have committed crimes. Because of my confidence that I did nothing wrong, I'm making it public that this was my photo they are using, even though their material posted thus far has not included my username. I don't want my photo used by Lillee Jean at all in this documentary, but because I'm fairly certain she's going to do so regardless of my feelings, I want to offer the truth about what that photo was. Because these women wanted to include my notebook photo in their promotional material, you might be wondering, what was in there? Here are the facts. That book is where I took notes while I was conducting research for my videos. I correctly guessed that there would be backlash from Lillee Jean once I posted my content, so I wanted to make sure that I had evidence before I made anything. In that notebook that Lillee Jean has labeled as stalking and cyberbullying, I wrote down verbatim quotes that I felt necessary to back up my points. I also included my thoughts regarding said quote. Let me give you some examples of what I quoted in my notebook. The following are quotes from a now deleted podcast called The Lillee Jean Show, which Lillee Jean ran with her mother, Lore. The episode was entitled Cultural Appropriation or Diffusion. It was posted on December 29th, 2018. To this day, Lillee Jean has not acknowledged or apologized for the things she and her mother said in this podcast.
Maybe Rihanna did an amazing, red carpet appearance, and her makeup artist did a great look on her, okay? And the makeup artist wants to look like Rihanna, so they use a darker foundation. How is that blackface? They're trying to make Ariel Zendaya. To me, that's appropriation of Danish culture. I have seen many, darker-skinned people who have really attacked white people, saying, I hate all white people, and that is proprieting hate in a way that this world doesn't need.
No, not to walk into, which, by the way, the Chinese have the best fresh fish. They will literally come after you with a meat cleaver.
Oh my God.
I know. I have experienced it firsthand many times.
And we're not attacking black people, but I am saying that I think I've had enough of people telling me their suffering is worse.
Oh, by the way, African American people, I'm sorry, but your family, you could not possibly know your slave ancestors.
That's a good point. They're from like 1800s and back.
They dropped dead, okay? We know our ancestors because some of them were still living. They survived Auschwitz, okay? So we got to meet them. Now all of them are gone, but I can assure you that 30 years ago, we had parties that I met my aunts and my uncles, okay? They had tattoos on their arms because that's the way it was. They were numbered like cattle, okay? But African American people cannot say that they've known their ancestors from the slave times. Doesn't diminish what happened to their ancestors, but if you want to call it the way it is, the fact is they don't have first-hand knowledge. We do.
That's a really good point. And again, we're not trying to offend people here, but we are trying to say, stop saying your suffering is worse. If I'm not complaining, shut the fuck up.
I admit, calling my notes Lillee Jean bullshit may not have been nice, but having listened to that short selection of clips, can you blame me? Quite frankly, the things that were said were bullshit. I ended up throwing away that notebook after I made my videos and felt that everything necessary had been documented in them. So I can't show photos of what the pages contained. But neither can Lillee Jean or Lore. So I find it incredibly disturbing that they would use that photo and claim that it somehow showcased stalking or cyber. Those are serious claims, and these women simply don't have a single shred of evidence to back them up. I was ready to be done with this YouTube channel. I felt it had run its course. But recently, I saw a few commentary videos about Lillee Jean pop up. And I got curious about what Lillee Jean had done to cause people to make videos on her. So I went to her YouTube channel, and within only a few moments, I saw my photo being used in videos. I do not believe that Project Bullyish is being created in good faith. That much is clear based on what has thus far been posted to promote the documentary. My photo has been used in multiple YouTube shorts, teasers, and TikToks as evidence of crimes that I did not commit. The use of my photo is a purposeful distortion of the truth, and that brings into question the validity of any claim that the documentary might make. Considering that I've seen posts suggesting that this documentary will be sent out to film festivals, my concern grows even greater because there might be a chance, however slim, that Lillee Jean's documentary will reach a larger audience. So I want this video to cast doubt on whatever other unfounded claims might be made by Lillee Jean. Lillee Jean seems determined to create a victim role for herself and to occupy that role indefinitely, spending copious amounts of time to cover up the harmful acts she continues to engage in. She long ago missed her chance to use her experience with actual bullying to work as an anti-bullying advocate. And that's a shame. Anti-bullying work is important work, but Lillee Jean is absolutely the wrong person to be the face of that work, as she continues to act with hostility against anyone who questions her public actions and silences the voices of anyone who wants to speak out against her. At the end of the day, isn't that something a bully would do?